Welcome back to another weekly grocery haul. As always, we'll start with the produce, though we'll start with some of the things I got for free. And how I got these for free. Every year here around Christmas time, you get a Christmas hamper from your employer. Traditionally, that's like food items like probably like a pork roast, some wine, cheese, some preserves, that kind of stuff. In more recent times, it's more non-food items and even more recent, like the past decade or so, a lot of the time you actually get a voucher where you can go to a special web shop and pick out something yourself. So that's what I've gotten the past like 10 years. But my brother this year got a whole bag full of produce. So he doesn't really use it because most of the produce he uses is either canned or pre-cut. So he asked if I wanted it, and I said, sure, I'll find a use for it. So not everything I'll use this week, but I'll plan around it. So he got some leeks. I'll use those for leek stumpelt and some soup. Some shallots that I'll probably not use this week yet, but because I already bought a whole bunch of shallots last week. But I'll use it for something eventually. He got some onions. You always need onions. Some sweet potatoes. I'll use that for a curry. He thought those were parsnips. That shows you how often he uses that kind of stuff. He has a pumpkin, which I'll probably use for a soup, but I just had one last week, so I might save that for like the week after next or something like that. And a cabbage. Now I don't know when I'm going to use that red cabbage because I still have half a red cabbage in the fridge, and a whole green cabbage. So we'll just see. But I'll use it up or I'll donate it or something. And then so that was zero. And then what I bought, some Romanesco for one meal, some tomatoes for a curry and a tomato soup. And I'll also use some of the leek for the tomato soup, for example. Some spring onions for the leek stumpelt. And just have around. I like using that for garnishes and things like that. Some cilantro for lime cilantro rice for a rice bowl with beans on Meatless Monday. Then I got some lemongrass, some turmeric, and some ginger to go in my curry paste. I'll also use a lot of the little shallots I already have for that. A bunch of chilies, partly for the curry, some other things, and also since the Middle Eastern market where I usually get my peppers and chilies, they're closing tomorrow for a week or two to move. So I picked up a bunch of extra chilies just to help them out, support your local business if they're closing for a few weeks. Pick something up extra if you can to bridge the gap so you don't have to get that from the big box stores. And the same with the cucumber. There's one thing I needed a cucumber for, but I can't think of it right now. But I got some extra just to have them around, and some apples for snacking. So that came to 20 euros and 48 cents. Then I have some meat and dairy. So I have a block of cheese, just because I was out, and I'll probably use some of that for some tacos or quesadillas, and I'll throw some in my leek stumpelt as well. Some smoked sausage for tomorrow for the leek stumpelt. Actually, I'm going to do a video on some Dutch stumpelt or Dutch meals. So it will take me a couple of weeks to film because I actually have to eat everything I make. But I'll start filming that, and the leek stump is one of them. Then some chicken breast sliced for sandwiches tomorrow, and some sausages for 2 meals this week. Oh, and some salmon, a whole bag of frozen salmon to put in the freezer because it was on sale this week. All of that came to 28 euros and 68 cents, and then we have everything else. Got a bag of chips for the week, paprika. And then for New Year's Eve, I got a bottle of sugar-free, not sugar-free, there's definitely sugar in there, non-alcoholic, bubbles, because I don't drink alcohol. I'm a teetotaler, so I want some bubbles without alcohol. Then for lunch today, I'm going to fire up the air fryer. I'm going to have some chicken wings. And then for New Year's Eve, I'm just going to have a snacky kind of dinner. Like spread it out over the night because I'm going to be up late. So I got this party box with different kinds of chicken. And I still have some fries in the freezer. And then I got some pizza dough that I'll probably have next week when my nephew's here. Like get some dough with some tomato sauce. So my nephew likes making his own pizza, so it was on sale this week, so I thought I would pick that up. And then I got some salami sticks and some coconut milk. I got 2 little boxes, one for this week for my chicken curry, and then the rest the week after I'll do a vegan curry. So all of that came to €17.97, which makes the grand total of this week €67.13, or converted to US dollars, that is. Now, if you like this kind of content, I do this every single Saturday, and if you would like to see what I do with all of this, every Sunday, I do a Sunday prep day video where I prep for the week. So I'll cut all my vegetables, I'll make the curry paste this week, and some soup, because I'm going to do a tomato soup, I think I mentioned that. So things like that, I'll just get ready for the week. So, and if you want to see what I ultimately eat, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal. Also, Instagram is where I post when I do my Sunday prep day post. I'll post the ingredients that you need for everything, and what I'm making, my meal plan and everything as well. And if you would like to see what I eat, you can also check out the video that I post about once a month on here, where I show you everything I eat in a day for a whole week. So I'll do one again soon, probably just after the holidays. But yeah, if that sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.